Hello everybody, welcome to another Radiant Collapse art stream. We are going to be working on this panel right here. This is my comic, A Radiant Collapse. We're working on chapter 2 right now. If y'all like this, please follow me, share this with your friends. I've only got 3 more followers left to go before I can reach Twitch affiliate, so I can do all kinds of cool stuff after that. But we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. This is the panel we're going to be working on. I'm sure this is going to take us all stream, if not more than one stream. There's a lot going on here. We've got 2 people. We've got some, these will be computer screens. We've got some like guns on a rack back here. We've got like a server wall, a shelf, a dresser for weapons, if you will. Probably some more screens here. And then our destroyed city in the background, and some kind of generator thing here. So yeah, we've got a lot going on in this panel. So I've got, as I always recommend to do, got a graphic read sketched in a little bit just of light sources to kind of see, you know, how that's falling, how the panel's lit, does it feel balanced? Keep in mind your eyes are normally drawn to the areas of greatest contrast. Which I think we've got a dark area here and light in here, so it kind of follows Roz along the panels to her, which is kind of what I want. I want your eyes to go from her to here. I just gotta make sure there's enough ambient light to illuminate everything else. I don't want her completely in shadow, so you don't lose Roz, because she's pretty important. So let's actually do that. Let's make sure we get a little bit more here. We'll say there's like maybe a source of light coming from the back or something. You know, just want to just magic it in, but I do need to make sure she's at least somewhat properly lit. It's okay to do that. Also, it is really cool to just kind of give things some edge light where it would normally have been like totally dark, which helps define your form a little bit. So the main light source is here, but we've got like a thing like that going from the other side. I haven't really done that before, but I've seen a lot of people do it, so I think it's acceptable. And look how much difference that made. Look how much she's popping off the page now that we just delineated her from the background there. So that's what we're going for. Preparing the artwork for these now, so we're gonna hop on over. I've actually got that saved, so let me place it in here, see how it works. As always, feel free to throw any questions in the chat. I love having some direction about what to talk about, what you guys are interested in. There we go. I was like, what did I name these? Why are they not showing up? Alright, so we've got this one. Seeing as this is just like geometric shapes, I can probably distort it pretty well and not have a problem. I'm going to put it underneath all the lines first, just so I can line it up properly. Okay, so should be about there. So what we're doing is just distort free transforming this. Go under free transform and distort, you'll find that. And that's where we can just match our perspective lines. That looks weird. It might be because of the angle it's at. I'm going to accept that for now because that's what it should be, but let's check out the other one. See if it also looks weird. I think this one has the potential to look more weird. I see that this didn't, do not need your calculator. Do not need to add anything right now. You know what I bet happened? Because there was a transparent background. When I selected it again, it cropped it to the space. It's fine, it's just a little more difficult to work with. It just needs to be a little smaller. And now this is so narrow that I feel like this needs to be like we need to add more to this. Because our space is more like this, so let's just do some more here. So get these centered up there, so they're the same distance. And let's put some variety in here. Let's get rid of that one. Hello? Do not want to delete all of you. Need all that going on. Let's make one like isolated over here. Cool. Let's try that out. So we're going to open this in Photoshop. Close the one we already have open. And open it again. And we'll save this as a PNG, so we've got a lightweight, transparent object to work with. Get rid of that one, we don't need it. And we're going to put this one in here. Like that, I included the border. Which is not a bad idea, it's going to help me warp it easier. And then I'll probably delete it. Looks like I only got it on these sides. I wonder if I can delete that now and still be able to select. Nope. It's alright. Kind of got used to having this, so. My line's stopping here. I gotta fix that. Alright, so let's just reference some other lines. We're gonna look at these lines here to do our perspective. So it needs to be kind of in line with that. Up here a little difficult. I don't have anything to really look at. Oh, but we can look at this line here, which that looks pretty good. That's probably better. That was cool. That looks good. All right. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Even though we don't need that, we're just going to use it as a there we go. All right, so now we are going to have a We're going to put it down here for now. But it might need to go on top of some lines. It's BG of the screens. Don't need to refer other layers because I want it to go on there, but I do want this to be somewhat translucent. The background is going to be, you know, it's going to have that darkness. I kind of want this kind of look where it's got a dark background behind it. And I think that'll happen naturally. So I'll go ahead and hide this now. We'll go back to our first page to grab our colors. So, you know, roughly something like this. And don't refer other layers, so we just want to paint this in there. I don't like that. Let's go with something a little bit cooler. There we go, I like that. And I want to control where I put that light. Oh, we got a white line here. What's this doing? No, please. Okay. Can I not delete just this? I don't know why it won't let me. There we go. That's crazy. Make that black. That black. All right, cool. No random other white stuff. All right, cool. All right, so back to this. This will be our BG light glow. And we're going to throw in some of that light that we're seeing from the fire in the background. There would probably be some under the truck. But we're also going to go kind of the purple spectrum and get some kind of some shadow in here. That's too much, too much. There's our sky. Get rid of that for now. Turn refer to layers on, so we only color that. That's sky. Cool. Now, yeah, so that's kind of giving me the thing I look. Kuda, thanks for coming by. So I'm working on this panel right here. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We got people, we got screens, we've got destruction. Some of this destruction isn't dark enough. See if I can do an overall adjustment. Don't think I can. Let's see. Alright, copy this. Rasterize this. And pull this up here, so that's going to make the rest of that stuff that I accidentally colored not black to be black. There we go. Yeah, thanks. This is our graphic read here. This is, oh, that looks very different with the background colors all in, but that used to be, we'll take it off of that. That's, okay, that's not helpful either. All right, our graphic read is worthless. We're done with that. But that was basically what where our light sources are going to be. I'm still not sure about this one. The way it warped around just looked kind of... It looks strangely distorted. I might need to plan for a taller space, like I did with this one. We're gonna try that. And thanks for popping by. Been a little quiet tonight. I'm a little quiet myself though, so not tired. Alright, so let's hide that. We're gonna bring that back over into Photoshop again. Go ahead and close these. I think that's probably what it was. I was stretching it up and then distorting it is what's making it look kind of weird. So if we start with the taller image, hopefully we won't have to just hello. Oh cool, an unknown program error. Glad that didn't happen again. Yeah, how about that? Let's give this a shot. I gotta shrink this down a little bit or it's gonna get messed up. Rasterize that. Automatically tried to put some kind of clipping mask on that, and I do not want that. Yes, this is what's happening as I was having to, so I'm just going to crop it. I'm not going to worry about if it's too big or whatever. That's fine. Get rid of that. It looks weird. And then let's distort this. Now what we gotta do is, oh, okay, no. We're gonna match our background thing here, which is actually wrong. Let's fix that first. Should be probably more like that. Delete that. Oh, don't deselect. We want to use that same thing here to cut that. So those match. And cool. Put that with the other one. Actually, it's tough. Because that's where they need to be, is on top of everything. But not on top of Roz's lines. Where'd the other one go? Yeah, so we need these other lines behind there to look like they're behind the screens. But Roz's lines, oh, I do have her hair on another layer, so we're gonna put that on top of the screens. That's good. If we can isolate the rest of Roz's lines, we're gonna also put her on top. This is convenient so far. We've got like almost all of Roz. We've got all of Roz up there, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. That rarely happens. I rarely plan that well. It's a special treat tonight. That's how it should be. you've got a foreground object, treat those objects differently and work in layers. So you've got your foreground lines and then foreground colors behind that, and then all your stuff that's behind that. Just makes your life way easier. So speaking of making it easier, let's go ahead and color raws. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna make a raws flat layer here. Let's go ahead and save. And then what we're gonna do is probably hide this screen because it's just gonna get in our way of using our paint bucket tool. So we'll do that real quick. Those two, all right. Let's go ahead and get rid of our background glow. And maybe our background, because we already know what colors we need. We are grabbing them from right here. So refer all the layers is on, which is going to let us do this magical little, what's going on here? What kind of sketchy stuff I got still happening? What are these pink lines? Also, I'm painting on the wrong, no, I'm on the right layer. But let's actually undo that because I don't know what where these lines are coming from. We got some kind of sketch line still around. There, get rid of that. That is a sketch. Sketches will mess up your paint bucket because you need nice smooth lines for this to work well. And if you don't, we got a little overlapping line here you need to fix. Butt Stream 2023. Oh. Yeah, if you don't have clean lines, it's gonna mess up how well that tool's gonna work. You're not gonna get really, you're gonna get like jagged edges somewhere. You don't want that. All right, cool. I think we got a little skin there. Alright, normally I always recommend having your background colors in, but we already established the lighting scenario here. So we get to reuse all this for free, which is awesome, and it saves us time, which is what we want, because all this takes way too long. Cool. There. All right. Oh, what's going on here? We need to get rid of something in the background lines. Now these colors looked great when she was backlit with that like heavy explosion light. So we may actually need to check real quick and make sure it still works for this scenario. Whoa, too far. Let's put our light in there. I mean, I could still see her. May even be a little light. It's crazy how things look so different. We'll keep going with this. We may adjust later. But let's see it through to the end first. feel like her skin might be a little light for how dark this is, but let's throw in some, so like there's more shadows that we could throw in here. Let's see if we could do that first. Kind of do a little vignetting here to there's some ambient light here. Oh, that's interesting. Let's get rid of that. Let's try again with that. Okay, well that's not even the one I'm concerned with right now. Why is... I bet this is on another layer. Yeah. Okay. We'll have a separate flat layer just for this. Seems like a waste, but it looks really weird if I do it any other way. See, her shoes are kind of a purpley. Oh, broke it. Give it a second. I think this needs to be a little darker. Cool. All right, let's try rolling with that, and let's do our highlights and see how that works out. We had a really cool, like, dramatic highlight here. Color dodge with kind of a, let me hide my texture layers. All right. Right now I'm just checking to see what this looks like. I'm gonna do like we did in our graphic read. Which I can't see anymore, it's worthless using the graphic read. But I think this is gonna look cool. It's the important thing. So we want just a very narrow rim light here. Even like, I think that might be too much. Let's do clip to the layer below, which is going to let us not color outside the lines. It's great for doing this kind of edge lighting stuff. And make sure to don't just do a pure outline. Make sure it goes, you follow your volumes, which is going to help add some three-dimensionality to your drawing. I don't think I will do that. You gotta be careful about going around multiple sides like that, because that's gonna really flatten out your shape. So it just becomes an outline at that point. And you outline flat things, not voluminous things. This is really going to help on these shoes, because they're almost completely lost in the shadow. So this is really going to help them stand out a bit. Oh, no, broke it. since these whole planes of these treads are facing behind her, I might treat those as the highlighted area. It's kind of interesting. Might be too much. Might be too much. I think for what we're doing here, just trying to give some like rim light. I think that's too much. So our actual lighting source is going to be the other way, so just something a little subtle. Go ahead and save real quick. Thanks you guys for joining me. This is my comic Irradiant Collapse. We are looking at butts right now. And we're just, nope, it's still saving. We are working on, oh, we got, okay, you done? You done, Clip? All right. We're working on a bunch of stuff here. We've got a cool panel here with some holograms. We've got some destruction, some environment lighting. Got a lot of fun stuff going on here. So right now we're doing some edge lighting on raws, which is something that I've seen people do to separate like a dark shape from another dark shape and make them not blend together. So I'm giving that a shot and I'm really liking it so far. So now we may need to, you know, test my words when I actually do the actual highlights on the other side, because if that makes it look stupid, then the whole thing is for naught. So let's actually lay in some of those highlights. Probably have to use this same layer. So, but I'm gonna pretty much do the same thing as I was doing over here. I'm just gonna have a bigger area of it. So, you know, it's going to be stuff like this from this side. But then again, I don't know if I want to have, the linear dodge layer. I might do a, the problem is you can only have one of these clipped to the layer below. So what I may be able to do, finish that, merge these together. So let me make a layer first. Once I clip this to the layer below. Oh, does that still work? It doesn't mess up the previous one? Oh, we might have a breakthrough here, and that still works. All right, cool. So let's make this screen, and we'll do more of a traditional warmish midtones. That looks awful. How about really warmish midtones? Because we got this orange light from the computers, so it look like super orange. Maybe not quite that much. That does not work for the hair. Lift the opacity, or do we just need a different color? That's completely wrong light, I think. We're in the neighborhood around here. But maybe it just doesn't need to be as strong. But the intensity, that makes the backlight stronger. So I think it does need to be 100%. Let's check some other blending modes. Okay, we're getting out of the screen. I think is the best one. I think subtract is a dark one yet. Screen might be the best one. If we desaturate this a little bit. This is normal. Screen. No, I really think. Okay, where was the color I had before? This all looks bad. Hey, Smashy, you're here early. You're making me question my time. I'm like, am I early? When do you normally pop in? Maybe that's what I'm not connecting to. You do something on Mondays? This is tough. It's tough getting this right color. The color dodge looked so cool, but I don't know if I can do it from two sides. Unless I like tone this one down a lot. That actually, right there looks kind of cool. Everywhere else except the hair. I might have to do something special for the hair. I'll do anything but usually get on after dinner, so around 8. Ah, cool. Well, thanks for getting on early. Thanks for popping in here. It's been a little quiet tonight. So it's nice having some people in. Got Kuda here. Got Smashy. I don't know if Rush Fan is lurking, but he won the contest last week, so I need to get his address so he can get his prize. So if you are lurking, Rush Fan, DM me your address, mailing address, and you'll get your sweet Radiant Collapse magnet. My wife saw that. She came into my office for something over the weekend, and she's like, I want one of those. So this is a highly sought after item. It's all yours. We're having late dinner, so God, when are you gonna start eating? I would die. I would already be dead. I cannot go that long without eating. If you've got two different surfaces, like say this hand and this coat here, if you make the like highlight areas not line up, it differentiates that those are things that are like two different things in space. I found that really helps. Oh, I forgot I was not going to use this for hair. I need to use exactly what I used over here because that was great. So let's just get rid of all this. All right. All right, so let's go back over here. Roz looks like she's being, so yeah, so we were talking about this earlier. So this is a technique that I've seen people do, and I've never tried it before, but if you've got two dark things, like the background's dark and she's dark too because she's only being lit from over here, but you can do like some really narrow like rim lighting on it, and it kind of like pops that one shape off from the other shape, and so they don't kind of blend together into darkness. So I tried it out with this one, and I kind of like it. It's just a little something to pop her out here, but the main lighting is going to be from these screens and everything over here. So I'm trying to make this side a lot more heavily lit than this little like rim lighting stuff that we're doing over here. So it's kind of an experiment, but I like how it's looking so far. But yeah, if you're actually doing multiple lighting, that's just like the absolute worst. It's very difficult. You have to determine like which is the stronger light, like which is your primary light, which is your secondary light, and treat them accordingly. What's the color of each light? I mean, you can do some cool stuff with it, but it is definitely complex. I would try to avoid something like that unless you're doing it for creative reasons. I'm not saying you can't, but it's just like, be ready for the work. Because if you don't do it well, it's going to look really bad. I'm not sure if I've done like a dual lighting. I'm totally stoked that I can do two of these. Refer to the layer below one and not like mess that up. That's really stoked about that. So I want to say before when I tried to do more than one, it would just like get rid of the one on top, and that was awful. Slightly different for shading. It's all it's like two sides of the same coin. They're both, you know, how light is hitting the thing. Shading's like the dark side, lighting's the light side. So like my hand here, it's being lit here, which is creating shading over here. So it's just like two sides of looking at the same coin. I like to think about it as lighting because then you remember like what's creating these shadows is it's your light source, so you don't forget where they're coming from and stuff. Okay, cool. So so we've got her. We like that. Let's put in some more computer screens maybe. Oh, we're already done, halfway done with streaming. This one's gonna take a while. I need, you know what, I won't do that. Can I do this quickly? I'm gonna do our server area, which this is just going to be, should I make it all the same color? I probably should. So these are gonna be, come on. These are gonna be just like lights on the server rack behind her. It's just kind of an abstract. I'll see if this looks like anything. Let's make this a decent size. That's fine. Save this as a PNG. Server lights. I'm gonna make these green, but need to stick within the same color palette that I've got here. There's no reason to switch to a completely different color. Rasterize this. Move it up back here. Interesting. Let's see if we can do that to it. We sure can. That. We'll distort this, match our perspective here. Okay, okay, I'm liking it. Hey, beach lover, checking in. Derek's phone died, so we're both in tonight. All right, cool. Y'all both watching together? Let Mr. Derek know that he is the winner of last week's contest. And if I can get a DM'd mailing address, he's got a little Radiant Collapse swag coming his way. Alright, so these are lights back here, so you guessed it, it's another light source. So we're gonna do a server light glow. Actually, this could all be below these flats. Let's see, it needs to be above the lines. Yeah, we'll put it below Roz's layer. So basically, actually what we can do, we're just going to duplicate this. We are going to blur, Gaussian blur. We're going to give it some fuzziness here. That's maybe too much. And let's that's cool. Yeah, there you go. And now they look like they're glowing a little bit. That's pretty easy. Whole process to draw those lines on that panel is like wizardry to me. Yeah, yeah, just made some lines. And then, you know, sometimes some magic. I wonder if I can merge these two together. Look at that. I'm not going to. I need control. Alright, you know what we're also gonna do? Where's Ross's friend lines? I don't think I even named this character, I've just been calling her Ross friend. But we're gonna put her up here because this hand needs to be above those computers too. So her lines might as well be on top too. And if we do that with this server light below, we don't even have to erase because we're gonna be coloring right on top of it. Alright, so we are also going to let's see. On this same layer, we will do a very bright light here. Never mind about that. We're gonna put this back here. But we're gonna go back up to this layer for a little glow action because oh goodness. Oh, that's too much. Might be better just to do the exact same thing we did here, but I really want these to be like more of a light source. You know what? I need a new layer. And this needs to be add glow. That really helps make things shine. It's too much. Hey, Dr. Deep Gray, we got the whole crew coming in. We got all kinds of stuff we're doing in this panel here. We've got an emergency response van, we got computer holograms, we got people. I'm okay with that light being that bright. I am okay with that. Let's see. I want some, let's see. Let's call this van light glow. But then I want some like kind of like ambient light that's maybe not so strong. So I got color this area. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know if I want to wash out the lines of those guns so much, but I like the color that I'm getting here. So what happens if I put this below all the lines? It's less hazy. Is that what I want? I think so. I feel like I still need like, it's getting really blown out around here. Maybe I don't need as much here. Hey, Grudge Hammer! Lots of yellow. Yeah, I'm sticking, like the more you can stick with a theme, like color, not deviate too much from it, like the more cohesive your panel's gonna look. I've already got too many layers. I already can't find what I'm looking for. This I think is what needs to get toned down a little bit. I don't like that you can see the lines though. That should be, that'd be alright. I'll call this, I was going to call it van lighting, but I think I already did that. I'll call it van lighting ambient. Alright, cool. And then this thing needs lighting. So let's go ahead and light it. Oh, I think that one should be down here with the other stuff. Where's my regular van lighting? That's fine. Got our glow light. So this is, hello. What is going on? Oh, I got the wrong tool. This is like some kind of, I don't know, generator. Some kind of thing with cords. Looks cool. Leave me alone. We might need to make this a little more yellow. Or orange, rather. Woo, 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 woo. Too much, too much, too much. Oh, hello. Orb from the future. That's too much. Okay, okay. Cool. Let's dust a little like orange and where's our ambient light? Let's make this a little more orange. Grudge Hammer, you always got like the best like dance vibe emotes, and I appreciate that. Alright, we need to color her, we need to color this box, we need to color the van. Which means I need to hide all this like light stuff that I'm doing. I want to see it because it's going to help me pick colors. I might just need to sketch colors in. I've got so many like layers of, I've got like my background colors, then I'm gonna have like van colors and then people colors. So I'm gonna have like separate layers for each of those. In addition to like Photoshop layers, but like groups of coloring layers, just because it's gonna be easier. Fun story, I have no idea whose channel that's from. I just leave people up, they raid, and I get gifted subs. That's awesome. Hey, so question, when you, the emotes you get, do you only get to use those like while you're currently subbed to people, or if like you sub ever, then you like forever get the emotes? Yep, to which one, Grudge? I said 2 options. Only while currently subbed. That's cool. Let's go ahead and seriously, I already... Why did I rasterize this? What did it... Oh yeah, I had to make these darker. Alright, so let's redo that, but first, let's get rid of these lines. Now we're gonna have to like lock all these layers or it's gonna wanna make me touch them. So we want that, bye-bye, that, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So now we've got a nice clean, the hail is going on right here, but we don't want it. It's probably my raws layer. There we go. Yep. Okay. There we go. Let's get rid of all of that. Actually, let's leave that there. It just happens to correspond with the edge of that. That's actually the edge of the truck. That's inconvenient. Oh, laptop now. Good job so far. Rush fan. I need you to DM me your address. You were the winner last week. You get a sweet Irradiant Collapse magnet. You guess the number of panels on the spot, not even closest on the dot. So congratulations. Alright, got a little overlap here, so I need to find that computer screen. That, nice and clean there. Alright, good. Alright, now we're gonna copy this in case we again need to go back, rasterize it, redo what we did earlier, which is just a quick little, that shortcut doesn't work here. Fix this, see how these are light gray instead of black. I can just do that. Now they're black. My mistake is fixed. Excellent. Awesome. Yeah, send that in. Yeah. Congrats. Alright, let's save real quick. And then we'll probably from here, we'll start coloring the van. So we'll get that background in. I'll leave the lights up so we can play with colors. Figure out what looks natural in this yellowy look. Actually wasn't planning for this much orange in this, but I really like how this is looking, so I'm definitely happy with that. Alright, so I want kind of a orange looking I think this will work. I think this is the layer I made for that. Ew! I was like, no, we did not dookie all over the generator. This is the worst. There we go. That's better. I can handle that. I'd even maybe make it a little redder. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let us hide all the, what's going on here? Hide all our light stuff. Hide these three. We've got that. And we're gonna make a that looks pretty natural. I want like a kind of like metal reinforced corners on that. That looks good. I think that's good. These tires will probably be, they're black, but there's a lot of like red going on, so let's turn these lights back on. They look alright. I'm surprised this further layers is working with all these crazy layers on. Usually the non-flat layers kind of mess it up. I might actually be too light. Yeah, I like that. I'm good with that. My crappily drawn axle. Either I'm gonna go darker, that didn't work. Why do you think it's gonna work over here? I was either gonna go darker for the edges or so I can either do like that or I can go lighter. I think I might do that. Probably do that here and here and there. I'll do this here and here. Okay. We got some chords. Let's make them chordy color. I don't know why this, let's see. I don't know why this chord is ending here. Let's change that. So I got a sweet parallel line brush. It works kind of weird, but works good enough, I guess. Now it's at least plugged into the power source or whatever that is in the center, the LED light up portion. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. And let's see if it'll let us. That's not what I want. Yeah, more like that. Okay, wherever that light was. I'm gonna put it on Ross's layer. That line didn't work from back there, so we're gonna redraw it up top. How's y'all's Monday's been so far? Mine was a headache. Happy to be drawing here. But I took a nap before I got on because that was necessary. Each lover, your Monday was probably great. You probably ran some miles in the morning and doing whatever you want. Living your best life. Alright, these, I think I'm going to make, so I'm going to make these rails. These are rails. I'm going to make these that same metal color. This is tight. I gotta do that by hand. And then I'll make the other one the same color as this. See, this is where those, like, see how the lighting is messing with it? Still working pretty well. Well enough not to make me want to turn the lighting off, so it is helpful. See, it's not coloring past that, so you gotta be careful of that. Not coloring past that line, so it's stopping at any different shade of color. So you just gotta make sure you put that in manually, because you definitely want the background of that, so these translucent layers interact properly. This looks good. Liking it, liking it. Liking it. Alright. And if you guys aren't following me on Twitch yet, I'm only 3 followers away from affiliate, so give me a follow if you want. Invite your friends. Let's see. So we got some brake lights here, which are naturally red, but we're tinting them yellow. It's actually probably about right. Actually, probably a little darker, so they're not on. Oh, hit something wrong, broke it. That was a strange choice of what to automatically color. Not at all what I wanted. Alright, bumper here, no. A little more orange, darker. That's alright. Lighter for that. Cool, maybe same color here. Let's try this. Let's turn off that the lighting, because that's surely gonna mess up what we're doing. That's the layer we're on. One of them at least. I don't think I used this layer at all. I meant to. Let's see. That's not a problem. That's okay, actually. Where's the other one? That one. Okay. Wonder if I should put anything in here. That's just gonna make it more. I think we're probably good. I'll get rid of this so I can color this with this. Oh, so this weekend, my wife and I binged all of the John Wick movies. I'd only seen the first one. And so now we're caught up for the new one, which is coming out on our anniversary. And I keep telling her that we're going to go see John Wick for our anniversary. And she says no. And I say, why not? It's your favorite. You love these movies. It's funny, for as much as she is a sucker for like romance and all that, you give her a good action movie, she loves a good action movie. She'll just for fun watch like Angel Has Fallen, Olympus Has Fallen. I hadn't even seen those, and she's got them like memorized. It's like, I see you there. You like you some action movies. There. Trying to find that line. Oh, there's another one. There you go. Alright, let's turn our ambient lighting back on. Yeah. Oh, you know what I want? You know what I want to do? Oh, not that. I want, you know what? I'm going to make this less. Whoa, 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 whoa. Make this. Okay, no. Okay. There we go. I'm going to take the yellow out of this because it's already going to get tinted yellow with this lighting that's on top of it. So that was making it look like too yellow. But let's try that. There, okay, take it back. I like it better before. I've only seen the third. What? How you skip into the middle? How you skip into the end? I used to be that person though. I watched what was it that I watched? I hadn't seen the Avengers, nor Thor, nor like I'd only seen Iron Man, and I jumped into like some way on Avengers movie. Everyone's like, you haven't seen Avengers? And I went like I was like only watching the sequels and all of them. I saw like this one number 2, this one number 2, and yeah, it turned out fine, I guess. Oh, how did that work perfectly? Wow. We got a little coloring over here, that's fine. So this still looks like dookie though, but kind of looks like military. Military is kind of dookie color. Military green. Doop. I gotta figure out how much I'm gonna color these guys. Don't even need to be erasing them at all. Let's do a new layer for those. Actually, let's put that back on for a second. I want yeah, something like that. Guns. You went to see it for with a friend, so you jumped in. Ah, gotcha. I want to do some contrast in these. Let's go ahead and color these holes first. But I'm not sure. Not sure. Get rid of. Oh. And I might do. The first one is worth watching though. It's very different from the other two. Back to John Wick. Jumping randomly back into my stream of consciousness here. I enjoyed the second and third one. They had like a ton of world building. They really created something. I feel like they made John Wick, and then it was like super popular, and they're like, oh gosh, what are we gonna do? And then like John Wick 2 felt like the beginning of a trilogy. So I feel like this fourth one is going to be the last one, and it's really like number one is a standalone thing, and then then there's a trilogy that's kind of like a little bit different. That's how I feel about it. This looks awesome. Let's see if it looks that good with everything else. I like it. I like that. Like that. All those guns are going to be different colors. Heck no. Smashy, heck no. I'm not trying to be making all kinds of work for myself. We're going to do one color set, and we're going to keep it that way. And plus, they are all, I'm not just being lazy. I'm also being lazy, but they're also like standard government issue, so there's no reason for them to be different colors. They would all be carbon copies of the same thing. Grab anyone on the rack, they're all the same. That kind of thing. Work smarter, not harder. Absolutely. This thing takes me way too long, regardless. So I need all the help I can get. And like no one's gonna have like a custom gun in the military. They're all gonna be standard issue. They are what they are. I mean, I feel like Roz would probably have a custom gun, but main characters can do that. Let's get all the light colors in first, and then we'll switch to the Where's our gun lines? Get rid of that. We need to call this gun color. Forgot to finish coloring this little strip up here. Grab that real quick. Something is messing with this. Maybe it's just the lines are too small. These spaces are too small to fill in. Sometimes you can, sometimes not. Nope. Double note back there. Okay, got a bunch of guns. Where's our ambient light? There we go. Cool. Cool. Liking that. Liking that. Save real quick. If you're just popping in, this is my comic A Radiant Collapse. We're working on chapter 2. Alright, so it's about time. Oh, let's do this server wall here. Oh, that worked much better than I expected. That was easy. Okay. Let's see. Didn't color the floor there. Oh, let's do this rail color. Sorry about that. Alright, cool song, come on, I need to hear more of that. Alright, so we are ready for this other agent here. Flat colors. Brand flats. A little demeaning to call her Roz's friend. She's an agent too. She is her own person. We'll try, I don't know if these fills are working pretty good for this ambient light. We'll throw this in here real quick and see if this works. I think she's in a different light. It's gonna need to be a little different. So let's go a little bit more yellow, a little bit lighter. Goodness. This is really touchy. Little goes a long way. So I'm probably going to need to do some rim lighting on her too, just see how tonally similar her skin tone is to like what's going on here. Like you almost can't even see her. But I'll probably do a good bit because she's being lit from the front here, so I can do a good bit of lighting on her, which that'll really help. We're gonna have to manually color some of this because our automatic isn't working because of this this thing we got going here. So right now I'm starting with the dark colors, and I'm gonna add the lights on there. You can do it either way. You can start with the light colors and add the shadows. I feel like both are valid and useful depending on like what your situation is. Oh, what color is your shirt? This is the stuff I never like. When you're drawing in black and white, you're drawing line art, you don't even think about stuff like that. I figure her pants, what kind of line we got going on here? I figure her pants are gonna be kind of like a black. So let's do a black that's kind of tinted yellow. That's cool. I almost never use 100% pure black because, first of all, it's hard to see like wrinkles and stuff like that. I feel like I need to get a little bit closer to it though here. I gotta think about her character design. Fortunately, we have a we already got some colors picked out from her here, which I may need to adjust based on like the yellowness of what we got going on here. But let's start with that. Oh, I like that her hair is kind of okay. So this is where these surfer lights are getting in our way, totally. So this should be a lot easier. I love that her hair is kind of like kind of a black tinted blue, because that is contrasting really nice with these yellow lights. And all the government's UI stuff is orange, so she'll continue to look fly across all these panels that have that. Oh, looks like I picked out a color for her shirt. It's kind of blue. Again, the blue looks really good with the with all those colors. Turn these lights back on. Let's make it more yellow, a little bit darker. And make her belt a lighter color. Here we got more pants up here. Cool. I don't know what's going on with her boots. Not great at drawing boots. I feel like she needs some kind of variation. Hello. Should I do the tread a different color? Might look cool. I need to actually like do a character design for her. She's not super important, but she does have some screen time. we did a kind of a dark. That looks kind of cool. Doesn't need to be that light, but just sketch that in, zoom out a bit. Yeah, I like that. Adds a little color. Alright, her skin looks kind of sickly now. Let's bring a little. I know she's got this like yellow light and all, but look a little too yellow. I don't even know if I really need to bother with like a separate layer for the eye background like I normally do. It's so far away, there's so little you can do. Probably not gonna do a lot of crazy eye stuff. Let's get rid of the visor here and grab an eye color. Oh. Alright. Oh, why does this color look different down here? Yeah, I had the wrong color. We gotta do a collar. Let's make it slightly lighter than the rest of the shirt. Oh, see how the lighting messes with your paint bucket? That too. Cool. Badge. Let's make it a yellowish gray. Not so bright. Less yellow. Yeah, that works. Where's our government logo? Those are guns. Let's put the government logo in here. She'll need that. A badge or something. Ooh, that's off. Cool. Alright, now we gotta do some lighting on her. I'm gonna do a little something for her with her eyes real quick. Don't forget our eye shine catch light. Been calling it shine for years, and I took some photography courses and I realized that the technical term is catch light, so I got to start using that. There's a little thing, bing, it makes people look alive. All right, so time for highlights. Alright, so we're going to clip the layer below again. And we're going to do it just like we did for Roz. And we're actually going to start with the color we used for Roz and see if that works for us. It's a great place to start, might as well. Now this one, I'm probably going to have to use, actually, this might be good for like a, if I need to do a rim light on her, but I'm actually going to refer over here to see what I did here. That's interesting. So it's a screen with this brownish color, which is really weird, but it works. Hopefully this wasn't like the perfect color I was looking for with Roz before. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it proper now. Let's see. Might actually be easier to just blob it in like that and then erase what you don't need. Probably gonna do some stuff with some shading here. I'm gonna leave that in shadow. Girl has a Hawkeye vibe. Okay. Who in Hawkeye? Or Hawkeye, him or her? Which Hawkeye? If you're saying Hawkeye from Fullmetal Alchemist, I will say thank you, because Hawkeye is a badass. Get confused about which hand is drawing and which hand is erasing. And by hand I mean button that I'm pressing. Alan Ada or Donald Sutherland. All Hawkeyes all at once. Yes. Now I feel like Deepest Gray is even adding extra Hawkeyes that I didn't know about. My mind went to either Jeremy, whatever his name is, from Marvel, or the anime character from Fullmetal Alchemist, the sniper. That's what I hate about drawing in the highlights instead of drawing in the shadows. My brain gets all confused and I keep pressing the wrong button. So I'm like, oh, I need shadows, my drawing thing instead of my erasing thing, and it's backwards. Never watched. No, I didn't watch MASH. I did not. So they got a Hawkeye too, which I guess is a technically Last of the. So wait, so we got Hawkeyes from MASH, Last of the Mohicans, Fullmetal Alchemist, and Marvel Cinematic Universe. I feel like there was another comic book character that was Hawkeye. Like, is there a DC Hawkeye? Or am I making stuff up now? Character Hawkeye Pierce in MASH, the nickname. Oh, interesting. So it's a Last of the Mohicans reference inside of MASH. Interesting. So the Last of the Mohicans character, was that person named Hawkeye? This is looking good. Should block in all my shadows like this with real rough lines. Come on. My brain is getting so confused. Which thing to press? Now I'm like doubting myself and like hesitating before I make a mark. Is this the right one or not? Well, either. Okay, hold up. Wait, okay. I read the book. I don't know. It was Hawkeye, the TV series. Now it's Hawkeye. And... Okay, hold up. So was MASH a book or Last of the Mohicans? Or were they both books? I don't read. Both books. MASH was a book too? Wow. Just learning all kinds of stuff. This happens when we get a doctor in the stream. We're all getting educated. I had no idea. I mean, I can believe Last of the Mohicans is a book. Like, that makes sense. Like, critically acclaimed movie, like, usually from a book. But I'm surprised that MASH was a book. That just seems like, it just seems like an original TV show concept. I'm kind of surprised that it was a book. I think this was a good idea, but that looks stupid. Come for the art, stay for the knowledge. Well, it was a book, then a movie, then it. Okay, wait. So there's a MASH movie, or did we have a Last of the Mohicans TV series? Okay, now this like line here looks wrong, so I'll get rid of it. There was a MASH movie, pretty good cast too, interesting, but different than the TV show cast. Okay, I'm liking this. Ooh. Let's put in some hard lines here because our brush was pretty thick. Fall. I think Gary Burkhoff is the only common cast member. We will save this. It's doing pretty good. Where are we at? Oh, it is 9. Wow. And that last like half hour really flew by. Let's let this save real quick and then I'll get you guys to zoom out so we can look at what we did. We actually did a lot. We almost finished this panel. I've got to do some nonsense in the background with all this. I can't just leave this like this. Got to add a little more detail there. Fill in the building detail, windows, destruction, whatever. Texture it. But and then I'm gonna put in some computer screens here to kind of complete that. But other than that, I mean that's pretty much good. I wonder if I should like tone this down a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit much. Something like that might be a little better. Let's do that. But yeah, awesome. Had a good crew tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Saving. Yeah, we got a lot done. I'll be back next Monday. We will probably finish this panel and move on to something else too. Probably could do all that in one stream. We're moving along with chapter 2. For those of you that weren't here last week, we pretty much finished this. This is our first entire completed page. We did our panel rush, how many colored panels I could do, and I did 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 in one stream on this page. I think it was just these 3, and then I did 1 on the other page. Yeah, so we got our first completely finished page here, so that's exciting. And then I say finished, I got to texture these there. It's almost done. All the panels are colored. And then moving on with page 2 here, and we've got some panels colored here and there. I think once we get past this first scene, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I'm still sketching and inking a lot of the pages later on, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, if you guys aren't following me, please follow me. I need 3 more followers to reach Twitch affiliate, so that's the next milestone here. We got a little thing up in over there. You can see over there pointing to it in the corner of the screen, right around over here. I got a little countdown there, so invite your friends. 3 more and I can do all kinds of fun streamy stuff. We're on social media, Radiant Collapse, pretty much everywhere except Twitter and Hype Social, where I'm Radiant Collapse. But we are gonna see who we can raid here. Let's see who's doing something interesting over here. Let's see what kind of art we got. See what kind of if someone says space, that's a magnet for me. Just doing some cool elfy looking stuff. We're gonna try raiding this person. Oh, that's wrong. How do you do this? How about I did this right? I might do this wrong. Oh, we were working. All right. We will see you guys next Monday. Thanks for joining me.